Hey guys, what is up? Lefty back here again, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of an overview of some new gear that I got, which is the Softshell Scorpions from G-Code. If you've watched my videos previously, you know I'm a big fan of the original Scorpions, but these got a couple of new things, new design and new functionality, and especially the universal compatibility with different magazines, which I'm a big fan of. So we're just going to be going a quick little overview between this mag pouch, what it can do, and stuff like that. We'll do some mag compatibility, and then we'll do a little bit of a compare and contrast with the older Scorpions. So anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so let's talk about how this thing is made here. So when I first kind of seen these things pop out, I wasn't exactly sure about how they actually were made and what this material is actually made out of. This is kind of a rubberized kind of material. It's very similar in the if you ever held one of the Hogue overmolded rubberized grips, you know, for like ARs or whatever. It's a very similar type of feeling. It's actually flexible here, so it's not a hard plastic or anything like that, and it goes all the way down the magazine body. And then also you have the kind of the struts here made of Kydex, which is a very similar design to other products, as well as this kind of shock cord lacing the whole sides of the magazine there. So as you can see, it's also got the bungee system again, so you can pull and tighten it. Same on the pistol pouch here. So it's a very similar design again to the other magazine pouches that are universal as such. So we're going to quickly compare and contrast that with the older Scorpions, which I have on this belt here. As you can see with the older Scorpions, they're actually made of hard plastic, and you have a very similar design with the shock cord coming on the outside, not actually crossing the magazine, or excuse me, the magazine pouch. But as you can see in here, we have the kind of the G-Code tactical fuzz that kind of started a little bit of a trend there. But yeah, this material will soak in water as well, which is kind of a negative, I suppose. I suppose these are kind of drain holes-ish, but the other Scorpions here actually do have drain holes on them as well to let the water through. So that is a bonus in my opinion. So again, with the new design, you do have the universal component there where I can take, you know, 74 mags, 47 AR-15 mags, put them in there. Obviously, with this, if you have AR-15 size mags, they will work if you have a whole bunch of variety there. But you're going to need the 7.62 version of these in order to use like your 47 or your 74 mag. So that is one bonus to the new design there. And it's also cheaper as well. These things come in at about 25, and these things are about 28 for both the rifle pouches. The pistol pouches are roughly the same. This is 22, and this is roughly the same. I'm not 100% sure on that. Real quick about the pistol pouches though, these actually come in different sizes. This is actually their shorty, and they do have a little bit longer one. One knock against the original design, if it is really a knock against it. We have two 17 Glock mags here. Real quick, throw those in there. As you can see, there's a little bit of a difference amount of the material and the amount of the magazine actually showing there. So with the new design here, you got a substantial, probably about 1.5 inches more of the magazine showing. And well, that's not a very a big deal. You can run, as you can see, about a Glock 19 mag size mag in there, and it's going to be roughly the same. So if you wanted to run this more in just kind of like a range belt and run multiple different magazines or shorter magazines, if you have a smaller gun, you know, you can do that. With the older Scorpion, not so much. I'm not saying that you can't, but it's going to be significantly harder. As you can see, you only got about 1 inch to actually kind of grab that magazine there by the base plate. So just a little tidbit of information there. They do offer a tall version of this. I don't see the point unless you're running like SMG type magazines, you know, like a full 30 round pistol caliber mag. But other than that, I would say to stick with these. They get the job done, and they get a little bit more purchase on the magazine when you're ripping them out of the pouch. So these are what I prefer. Also as well, people want to know, especially with kind of the universal magazine approach, can you stuff other things other than magazines in there, like flashlights? So we have a Surefire G2X right there, fits in nice and snug, and the Surefire G2X goes right in there. As you can see, because of the design, it's a little bit more loose, but you know, who gives a shit? But, you know, obviously you're going to have a little bit tighter fit because of the way that this actual plastic kind of molds around the actual body of the light and kind of grips it more. And obviously, yeah, you can stick multi-tools and all that kind of stuff. Anything that will fit in here is going to fit in there, but obviously this pouch is going to hold it better because of the rubberized material. Alright, now that we got kind of the construction and the design out of the way, we're going to be testing some magazines here. So we got The Gen 3 PMag fits in there nice and neat. And again, just for reference, they're basically the same. I'll bring in the older Scorpion over here. As you can see, it's a pretty similar. You got a little bit more sticking out of the original, but only by just a tad. But other than that, they're negligible. So again, this is the Gen 3 PMag here. And we got just a standard aluminum GI mag going in. Fits in nice and snug and nice and smooth because the metal definitely works a little bit better on the kind of the rubberized material. And anything between those two magazines, between the PMag and the aluminum mags, you know, like your Lancer L5 mags will work perfectly fine as well. So now we get into the more fun feature, which is the more universal appeal to this magazine. So there you have a Circle 10 47 mag. Fits in there good. Obviously, if this was actually mounted to my belt, it'd be a lot easier to rip that bad boy out. You got a I believe a Gen 1 PMag for 47. Works good. The all favorite Bakelite fits in nice as well. The big boy, we got the US Palm 47 mag. That's a big boy. Fits in there really, really nice. Bump the camera there. Then we got the 74 mag, Plum Tula mag, fits as well. And don't worry, for people that live in California, we got you covered with your 10 round baby mag there, if those aren't legal yet. Fits in there nice and snug, like a toddler in a king size bed. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the overview of the magazine. I know people will probably wonder, I got some dog hair there. I know people will probably be wondering what this is mounted to and how I mounted it, blah blah blah. This is a 2-inch SOE duty belt with the G-code little belt, 2-inch belt mount, the duty mount, which is my favorite way personally of mounting these. Especially for belt mounted mag pouches, I definitely prefer these because these are a little bit more rigid because it is hardware on Kydex plastic and all that. There actually is Velcro behind this as well, so they're not going to be sliding around and stuff. It's a very rigid, really rock solid belt mount for magazines, especially when you're ripping them out from the belt. I want these things to be, you know, very, very tight to my body, especially because, you know, the other ones that have, you know, just the Velcro, whatever, 2-inch Velcro mounts to them, they work fine, but again, once you start getting, you know, these big 47 mags, they kind of tend to kind of go outboard from your body with all the weight of the magazine and the rounds in there, obviously. So I definitely prefer this mounting system. It beats the shit out of any, you know, padded war belt system and all that, so at least in my opinion. But again, if you're not into this type of mounting system, they do have other things. They do have their new, I forgot what they call it, but it's essentially just kind of like a Kydex clip that goes down and kind of feeds into their belt design, which is kind of a slit in here. It's very similar to kind of Powell's or Molly type of system where you just kind of weave it through the actual belt itself. So that's kind of an interesting system. I haven't played with that or seen that at all, really. I just kind of heard about it. But other than that, you know, they have the standard paddles, they have the standard clips, and also the Molly mounting system. So they got a whole bunch of ways as well. So, and also these can stack as well. This is probably what these little things are. You're probably wondering. You can feed these into other pouches and stack them on top of each other, so you can do that if you were wondering. So anyway, that is pretty much a quick little overview of those magazine pouches. Just thought I'd throw it together because it is raining and it's shitty out. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Again, these are on, I'll put a link in the description for their website and stuff for these magazine pouches. I really do like G-code stuff. They make awesome gear, pouches, holsters. They make awesome equipment. So they're my faves, they're my go-to for any sort of gear and stuff like that. So anyway, I'll drop a link in the description for you guys to go to the website and all this and that. And thank you guys for checking out the video, and I'll see you later. Be good.